I remember, my personal kind of transition from listening to country to really what became the modern rock and roll. In the 60s, listening to all the country artists that my parents listened to, I remember three artists in particular that I had access to: the Beatles, Bob Dylan, and the Moody Blues. And so those artists really started to shape me, in the late 60s a lot. A friend of mine somehow had this album from England, and the name of the album was Empty Sky, and it was by an artist named Elton John, which was a very odd name. And I remember listening to that, and it really clicked. This was an album of I think it might have been his first big album, main album in the UK. It wasn't available in the United States. Didn't come to the United States until years later, after he had a lot of success with all the stuff between 70 and 75. But that album at the time, it was interesting how it fused. It was almost like folk English. It fused folk music, rock, rhythmic sounds. I mean, it was just a very different sound. It's hard to describe. And I also started to learn about lyricism. And that was my first introduction to this guy, Bernie Taupin, who was writing these great lyrics. And if you listen to the work of Elton John from there until certainly, 75, 6 or 7, somewhere in there, when he and Bernie were writing all that great music together, I really started to appreciate that besides sound and hard driving music and great instrument playing, that writing great lyrics also really mattered. So a really important transformational album for me. If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's great.